Hi guys, Alan here from Series 5 Web Design and SEO, bringing you another internet safety tip. Today, I want to talk a little bit about phishing. Phishing is another one of these social engineering attacks that we talked about a couple of videos ago. I'm probably going to do a whole series on them. There's a whole bunch of different ways to social engineer people, and I think it's good to know some of the big ones. The one I want to talk about today, though, is phishing via email. There's two different ways for hackers to do this. One, if they're going to attack, say, the company you work at, they might send you a email that has a link in it. Maybe that email will say something like, hey, wonderful job this month, because we closed extra sales or whatever it is that your company might do. We want to buy your department lunch. Just click this link here, enter your username and password, and you'll be sent to the website where you can order your sandwich or pizza or whatever it is. From there, obviously, you click the link, you enter your username and password, and there's no sandwiches or pizza to be had, but you have just released your username and password to the hacker. So from there, they'll do one of two things, kind of depending upon your position within the company. If you're entry level or kind of low level, maybe you're an office assistant or entry level IT or as part of the sales staff or something like that, what they'll do is they'll use your email address to gain the trust of people higher up the ladder by sending out emails via your email address, which is a legitimate company address, and you might never even know that it's happening. The second scenario in your company, when your company is attacked, is that you are higher up the ladder, maybe you're senior management or even C-level, boardroom executive or something like that. And then what they'll do is they'll manipulate people maybe in the IT department or in accounting, and they'll send out an email that says, hey, I'm on the road, I can't get to my computer, but we just closed the big client we've been trying to close, and we need to send them X amount of dollars, wire it to this bank account. And because it comes from, a CEO or a C-level executive, the IT department or the accounting department, isn't going to have any problems with wiring that money off to that offshore bank account. It's likely going to be an offshore bank account that the hacker controls, obviously. From there, that the attack will be done. The hackers will just run off. They might also release more usernames and passwords. They might get a hold of credit card numbers, and they might ask for login information for the credit card processing company or something like that. So on the other side of the coin, they can hit you on your personal emails. And what they'll do there, they might even go so far as to buy a domain similar to maybe a bank or a utility company or something like that, and then create a subdomain with the bank's actual name. So you might get an email from chase.onlinebanking.com, where the hacker owns the domain onlinebanking.com, and then they just added that Chase to the beginning of it to make it look legit. Now, of course, you get it. If you happen to bank with Chase, it looks legitimate to you. They'll copy a Chase email. It'll look the same. They'll even do a mock-up website where it'll say something like there's a problem with your account, click here to resolve the problem. So when you click on the link, you're redirected to the hacker's website, and it might look exactly like Chase's website. They'll go through a lot of work to make these things look pretty legitimate. And then they'll ask you to enter your account number and enter your password, or maybe your debit card number, your social security number. They might even go through a few steps to verify your identity, so that you release even more information, and it gives them this sense of legitimacy in your eyes. The other thing they might do is they'll send you an email, again from chase.onlinebanking.com or whatever, and it'll have an 800 number or some sort of toll-free number in it, and I'll say there's a problem with your account, please call this toll-free number and speak with one of our representatives to resolve the issue. Now, when you call the 800 number, obviously you're going to be calling the hacker. Again, they'll go through the steps of verifying your identity by having you answer, random questions or whatever. They may have socially engineered some information about your mother's maiden name or something like that, and they look legit to you, so you have no problems turning over your account number and your password for for your bank account, and then obviously the hacker can clean you out from there and get a hold of your credit cards and everything else. So, well, how do we protect ourselves from these things? Again, it depends on the situation you're in. If it's if it's a work email and it's one of those phishing emails that says, hey, click here to get a free lunch, just don't click on the link. Forward it off to your IT department, or maybe somebody in management if you don't have an IT department, and just say, hey, does this look legit to you? Is this reasonable? Is this for real? And if it is, then great, maybe you're getting a free lunch. But if it isn't, then you'll save yourself some embarrassment and save the company a lot of money. Now, sometimes IT departments will actually put these phishing emails together themselves to sort of test the security and the knowledge of the rest of the staff. So if you click on that link and enter your username and password, it's just a little bit embarrassing for you. But the IT department will determine by how many people enter their username and password if the staff needs additional training or anything like that. So sometimes it'll be just from your IT department. Now, if you get an email from a C-level executive or something, just verify, especially if it's something without their actual email signature. If the domain doesn't look right, double check the domain before you wire any money off or before you give anybody your username and password. Make sure the domain is correct. And even if it still looks kind of fishy to you, just contact that person. Maybe they'll be annoyed by the fact that you did it. But I think in the long run, you taking that extra step to make sure you're keeping the company's information safe will make you look pretty good in the boss's eyes. I mean, it would make you look good in my eyes, at least. I know that if I were your boss, so I'd appreciate it for sure. Now, on the personal level, if you get one of these emails and it says click here to resolve an issue with your account, just don't click on the link. Go to the actual website that if you have to Google it, then do that. But if it's chase.com, just go directly to chase.com and log into your account from there. And if there's a real problem, these bigger banks, especially Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, these guys have, email sort of systems within your account, and that message will be sitting in there. Don't follow that link. And then again, too, if it's the 800 number, just don't call the 800 number. Go online and find an alternative contact number, and then exactly who it is you're contacting. Recently, I know too that there's been the same thing with the 800 number. Hackers are posing as people from utility companies. This is actually something that was in the news recently here where I live in Las Vegas, and the hackers were saying that they were from the water company and the power company, and they were having people call this 800 number to upgrade their service for free or something like that. And people called the 800 number. They gave up their username and password, and then obviously from there the hacker was able to get all kinds of information, social security numbers and stuff. So just be really careful. Again, don't follow any links. Go directly to the bank's website. Don't call the 800 number within the email. Find an alternative contact number. If the 800 number matches what you find on Google, then fine, go ahead and give it a ring. And then just within your company, verify anything that looks fishy to you. So anyways, guys, I hope I've been able to help at least a couple of you. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/series 5 web design and SEO. Check us out on Twitter if you're on Twitter at series 5 web, and then follow us on Facebook too. Like our page there for more internet tips and tricks, and that's facebook.com/series 5 web design and SEO. Thanks again, guys, and see you later.